Hello everybody, it's Andy here from AM Media Games. In today's video I'm going to be showing you how to set up a puzzle system in using event dispatchers inside Unreal Engine. I'm using 5.1.1, so if you're on a different version some of the code might be slightly different but should work. If it doesn't, I do have a Discord channel where you can reach out and I'll try and help you fix it to the best of my ability. So without further ado, let me jump in and I'll show you how it's done. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to need to set up some kind of puzzle keys or pieces. Now, if you think of games like Resident Evil, where you have to find like a ruby or a diamond or an object, and you place that in a slot on like a statue, and it'll unlock a door, or you need a set of keys, maybe multiple 2 or 3 or even 4 keys to open a specific door or different types of objects. So that's the kind of thing that I'm going to be showing you how to do, but it's going to be physics based. So if you can imagine, you've got a maze, so you're running around a level in a maze and there's 4 or 3 different puzzle pieces scattered around. You have to pick them up and hold them while you run back to the door and place them in the corresponding slots or places that they would need to be in order to unlock that specific part of the door. Once you have all of those pieces together, you can then unlock that door and then you can progress through the level. So the first thing we're going to do, I'm going to create a folder. I'm going to call this one puzzle tutorial event dispatchers. Excuse me. Now in here I'm going to place my 3 actors that are going to act as the puzzle keys or the pieces that we need to open the door. I'm going to be using a blueprint interface for my interactions, and I'm also going to be using line traces in my character blueprint in order for me to pick those objects up. If you don't know how to set up a blueprint interface, I will link a video in the description, or I'll pin it as a top comment in the comment section. Like I said, if you need any help on it, I will happily help anybody that asks. So I'm going to be using, I'm assuming you know how to use a line trace system. So we're going to right click and we're going to go to blueprint class and we're going to add an actor. We're going to duplicate this 2 more times, so there's going to be 3. I'm going to name this one to puzzle piece for door 1, and then we're going to copy this and paste it 2 more times. So this is going to be piece 1, piece 2 and piece 3. We can have as many as we want, but I'm just going to use 3 for the tutorial. So you can imagine you could place these around the map, so you could have these in different places, and you could have a huge maze. You're being chased by a couple of AIs and you've got to try and get to the door and find those pieces without dying. It's a simple game process, quite fun. It's done in things like what's that game, Piggy on Roblox, and it's done on Granny, where you have to find different objects. So it is a tried and used and tested means of fun gameplay, but it's all about how you set it up with the ambience, the lighting, the sound, etc. So we've got puzzle piece 1 in. We need to set some code up in here, so we're going to go to let's go to puzzle piece 1. Let's open that up and we'll pop that there. I'm going to add in a component, so we'll do let's just get a cube and we'll shrink this down. So it's going to press R and shrink this down, maybe should do 0.2. Let's see how that looks in the world. It's probably a bit small. We'll do a little table, so we'll add a table to this, just so it's got something to sit on, and then we can go back to the folder that was on. So we've got puzzle piece 1, and we're going to place that on top of the object, just like so. And we need to give this physics, so we're going to enable simulate physics and mass, press play, so we can see there that it has physics enabled. Let's play from here and let's test that. Yeah, so I can pick that up. So I do have code set up to pick the object up. This is the code more for the puzzle side. In my first person character, I do have a line trace set up for interactions and a line trace set up with a physics handle in order to be able to pick up and interact with objects. And I do have both of those tutorials as well. So now that we have our puzzle piece 1, we also need to do the same for the other 2 pieces. So I'm going to create another one of these and another one of these. So we'll do that. Place that one there. And we'll place, so actually we'll delete those 2 because we can copy this one. So then we don't have to add the cube in. That makes more sense. And we'll also do this one. So we have those 3 set up. Now that's done. So now that we have those set up, we need to create a door that we will need these puzzle pieces for. So we've got 3 puzzle keys or pieces for our door that we'll need to unlock it. And what we're going to do now is we're going to create the door and add an animation to that door to open. So we'll go to, let's go and add a, let's add, we'll do modeling, and we'll place a block. Should we do cube grid? No, we'll place a block in, and we can duplicate these. So we'll make a little bit of a doorway, and we will place, so we'll make this the door, and then we'll place another one here, slightly thicker, and then another one on that side, and then against my better judgment, oops, I'll also place one above the door. Not a big fan of doing it like this, but you know, just for the tutorial. So we've got the door frame and somewhere for that door to go to. There we go. Okay, so we have a door section here that we can animate to open or close. We can have it going up, or we can have it slide out to the right. So now that we've done that, we can then add in the slots that we need in order to place these objects onto to then open this door. So we're going to make the let's have a look. Why have I gone out of that folder? So we're going to make the position or the pedestals that these are going to go on, or we could just do slots on the wall, to be honest. We could do, yeah, we'll do color slots. So we'll make 3 slots here. So we'll do this one like so. Actually, was it 0.2? It was 0.2, wasn't it? Yeah, but it wasn't. It's not going to be the same size. Okay, so we need it roughly to be around the same size as this one. And then we'll place that into the wall. So we're going to have one there, one here, and one here. Just like so. Let's move those out a little bit. What we could do actually is if we make copies of these, let's move these out, make copies of them, place these in the wall, and then we can go and create this into a Boolean object. So we've got actual slots, so we'll go modeling, select this, and then we'll do Boolean, mesh bool. You can see there we've cut into the wall. Let's move it in a little bit until we know So about maybe here. Got slot 1, and then we'll do accept. Actually, what we'll do is we'll move all of them into position. Not this one, just these, so we get an even depth on each one. Okay, so move them over, select this one and then this one, and then we'll do mesh ball, and then we can do accept, and then this one again and this one, and then select mesh ball and click accept, this one again and then this one, mesh ball, and then click accept. Okay, so we have 3 slots and we have 3 puzzle pieces. So these pieces need to match really. So these sizes, which they should because they were the same ones. They just need to move over a little bit. So they're going to go in here like so, but we're going to set them to invisible at first. That's going to go all the way back, like so. Okay, so you can do this many other ways, but this is just the way I'm doing it for the tutorial. So we have the wall set up, we've got our slots set up, we have our puzzle pieces that we need to find in the world, and we're going to set these to not rendered, so visible. Why am I typing in the outline? Visible. Not visible. These 3. Do that, and then we'll do cube, and then move to create folder. These are our puzzle wall pieces. And now that they're done, we can then go into our level blueprint. So let's open up our level blueprint. We need event begin play, but we don't need event tick. And what we're going to do out of event begin play shortly is set up our bind event system for our event dispatchers. So we're going to create a couple of triggers. So we need 3 overlaps or 3 trigger boxes, and we can do that with these. So our little trigger boxes, and we can adjust these sizes down. So we're going to make it so it fits that slot perfectly. So when the player places the piece on the wall in that specific area, if he has the correct piece in hand, it will overlap, fire off the code, and set up the series of events that we need for that specific piece. So we have that in place. We can copy this and make another 2 more times. So we have 1, 2, and 3. Let's move them out a little bit. Once they're all in place, we need to make some code. So in our level blueprint, we're going to right click. So make sure you select one of them, and then right click, and then add. It's for trigger box 1, collision, begin overlap. You're going to do the same for the other 2. Right click, add, collision, overlap, and then the last piece, add, collision, and then overlap. So you've got 3 overlap boxes or triggers for your puzzle pieces, and this is going to detect the blueprint actor that we've created. So what we want to do now is we go into cast to puzzle piece 1. Excuse me. We're going to select. We want to select these in our level blueprint. So we're going to cast to. So this is going to be puzzle piece 1. So we're going to go and get the name. So the name was puzzle piece 1. So if we do F2, Control C, and then go to level blueprint and cast to, and then paste. So we can see here we've got 1, 2, and 3. So let's do 1, and then cast 2, paste, puzzle piece number 2, and then do the same again, cast 2, paste it, and then number 3. So we have 1, 2, and 3 set up. So they're all done, they're all ready. And the next thing we're going to do is destroy actor. because we don't need them anymore. So we're going to destroy actor once we've placed them in place. Destroy actor and destroy actor. So we have that set up. That's 1, 2, and 3. Okay, let's move this up. Now that we've done that, we can set the visibility for piece 1 to visible, which is on the wall. So if we go into our level, and remember we created, let me move this down, make a bit of space. We created a folder earlier, cube 4, which is this one, cube 5, which is this one, and cube 6. Now we created a folder because they're invisible currently, and because they're invisible we won't be able to select them because we can't see them. So if we create folders and keep things tidy in the outliner, we can now select those meshes, go into our level blueprint, and we're going to right click and get a reference. I'm going to do the same for the other two. So we're going to grab these two, right click, and then scroll down, reference to selected actors, pop that one there, that one there, and that one there. So this is for number 1, this is for number 2, and this is for number 3. We're going to set visibility, static mesh component, and we can copy this, paste it, and paste it, just like so. Plug that into there, and then I'm going to plug this one into there, this one into there, that one in there, oops, and then we have that set up. That's ready to go. And this one, I'm going to set visibility to true on all 3. Once we've done that, give it a bit of a tidy. Probably do something like this actually. It's a little bit tidier. Okay, so we have our first trigger box set up, second and third. So we'll continue the code in each one of these. We're going to play a sound at the location where we plug in our puzzle pieces. So we're going to get a play sound at location. We're going to grab a reference to this. We're going to grab this, control C, control V to paste. Play sound at location, and we want to get world location. Disconnect that, place that there. There we go. Delete that actually. We don't need to do that. Just yeah, we do need root component, my bad. So we've got the root component, which is the location of our static mesh. I'm going to place that just like this. We're going to copy those 3, control C and paste. Move these down in a second, make a bit more space. So move this down, move this down, and then we're going to get this one, paste that there, plug that in, get this one, paste that there, and plug that in. So this is what you should have so far. Trigger box to detect the overlap, so when the player places the piece on the wall, this is going to detect that trigger or that overlap event. Does the actor overlap the trigger box? If true, destroy the actor that overlapped it, which will be cube 6. Not cube 6, sorry, puzzle piece 3. And set the visibility for the one that's hidden currently to visible. And then we're going to play sound at location. So we're going to go click. I'm not too sure if you have a button for a noise for it. Switch. Nope. See if we can find one. Oh, okay, just like that. Turn on. See if we got anything. Nope. Switch. Place. Have I got a sound for interact? Maybe. Let's have a look. I mean, that'll do. It's just some kind of audio notification that we've placed it in the right place. Okay, so that's done. Now we just need to set up a variable, and we're going to do that by using the variables panel on our left, just here. We're going to click that 3 times, technically 6, and this one is going to be press F2 to rename. So this one's going to be has puzzle piece, or actually we'll do puzzle piece 1 in place. This one's going to be the same, so let's copy that, let's paste it, change the 1 to 2, F2, paste, change the 1 to a 3. We have those set up, so this is going to go here, this one is going to go here, and this one is going to go down here. So now they'll have those set up. It's very repetitive, but it's nearly done. We're nearly there. We have that set up, so now we're going to do the event dispatcher. So we're going to go and tap this 6 times. So when you press it once, it'll place it, then it goes past the rename stage. So we're going to call this one. We don't need to go into the graph. We're going to call this one call puzzle piece 1, and then we're going to copy that. So copy, rename it, and that's going to be 2, and then rename this one, and that's going to be 3. So we've got 1, 2, and 3. So this is going to be using event dispatchers. Now technically this is an event dispatcher, so is this, and usually when you have an object, like if I go into my puzzle piece and then scroll down in the panel, you can see these here. These are actually event dispatchers. The only difference is these are coded in C++. They're background, they're already in engine pre-built ones, and when you use an event dispatcher here, you are stipulating the process of the code, you are setting it up yourself. So that basically is what an event dispatcher is. It's just an event that dispatches code based on a specific scenario or specific factors. So we're going to set this to true on each one of these. So make sure you set these to true. So this is what it should have so far. Trigger box, cast to the puzzle piece. And then you've got your cube, which is setting as visible, and then we've got the play the sound, which is a notification to the players slotted that in, so you can get like a nice kind of place slot an object in, and then you have some kind of an audio signal to the player. You've done that correctly, it's done. So the next thing I'm going to do is call these events on their specific points. So we're going to call here. So you're going to drag, call, connect it up, drag, call, and then connect it up. So when this event happens, this is going to send out a message, and we need something to receive that message, and we also need to bind the event to that object. So what we're going to do now is set up our dispatcher in our event begin play, and we're going to enable that the ability to receive signal or receive a message on begin play. So we're going to bind event, so drag out of our event begin play, bind event to, and then we'll go puzzle. So we have bind event, call puzzle piece 1, and we're going to do the same for this. So we can do that, bind, and then this one, bind. So you can type or you can drag out and drop. Now we need to create a custom event, and this is going to be our open door event. So our custom event, let's add custom event. This is going to be our open door puzzle event, and we need to connect. So every time we place a puzzle piece in the wall, we want this to be called off, and when we have all of the puzzle pieces in place, then it can fire the final piece of code which will open that door. So open door puzzle piece event needs to go in here. So this is our delegate pin. So this is going to receive the signal on these binded events. I'm going to send that into there, and actually we can do it a bit cleaner than that. Place that there, like so. Place that there, like so. It's a little bit tidier, a little bit cleaner. That's going to go like this. Press Q to tidy that up and straighten it out. There you go. So we've got all of these. Just like that. So now that we have that done, we need to create 3 branches. So hold B for Bravo or B for branch on your keyboard and left click to create 3 branches. You can place one, then copy and paste it if you like. And we're going to set these up just like this. And these are going to give us the ability to stop the code. So if we, let's say we place puzzle piece 1 and we have that, the condition's true, it's now in place, but we don't want the door to open straight away. We want it to see an also check to make sure we have the other 2 pieces in place. So nothing comes out of false, true goes into true goes into the input on our execute input pin there. Nothing comes out of false, and then true goes in. So you're just going to connect them in series just like so. So we've got true and then true. Nothing out of false. The condition is going to be these variables. So get and place. Get and place. And then the last one, get and place. So now we have these set up. Let's do a bit of a tidy. Let's straighten these out. And this goes into here. So we've got 1, we've got 2, we've got 3. And then we want the code to fire off, but we only want it to happen once. So we're going to get a do once, not a delay. O for Oscar, left click, do once, true into the input. And then after we've done that, we then can add in a delay. So let's pop that into there. And our delay is going to make it so it happens a little bit after we place the 3rd one in, so it's not instantaneous. So we'll go add a 4-second delay. And then we need to set up our level sequencer. So our level sequencer will be our door animation. So let's select our door. Let's go to add level sequence. Call this one our door puzzle. Open anim. And then we're going to select our door, hit track, actor, add box. We'll get rid of scale and rotation. Location is going to be on the Z axis because we want it to move up. If you want it to move another direction, that's fine. You just change specifically which one you want it to be. It's going to delete them to keep it nice and simple, so we've just got a nice clean graph. Press 0, and then we're going to add a pin by clicking the little plus button, and then we're going to move this to, let's say, the 5-second mark. Let's do 5, and the 5-second mark we're going to move this door all the way up, just like so. So then if we go back, we can see that it's closed. If we go forwards, we'll see that it's open. So that's done. Click save, come out of that, select our we want our door, but we actually want our, there it is, we want our little level sequencer. Move that in position so we can see that, and we're going to set on this. Let's move this up. We want to pause at end, and that's it. So now that that's done, we're going to go back into our level blueprint, and we're going to right click and get a reference to our puzzle, our animation we just created on in our level sequencer. We're going to get play sequence player, and we're going to plug that in after the delay. And then what we want to do is we want to then, for performance reasons, we want to unbind all of these. So if we know that this has now been successfully called, the door is now open, we add a small delay at the end, set this to 1 second, and then we're going to select this, unbind, select this, unbind, and this one, unbind, place that in there, and then that in there, Q to straighten, move them up, and there we have the code for a puzzle door. So this is going to look out for the event. We're going to have the variables in place to make sure that the door can't open unless we have all three. These are the individual puzzle piece triggers. So if we go into the level, compile, what have I missed? Let's have a look. Oh yeah, I need to do it differently. I need to set this unbind all events from puzzle, unbind all events from puzzle piece 1, and then we'll do unbind all events from puzzle piece 2, and then we'll do unbind all events from puzzle piece 3. Yeah, my bad, my mistake. Selected the wrong one. Okay, so I'll compile that. So this is what it should look like. This is what you should have. So we'll quickly run through it. We've got event begin play. We've got the binds. This is going to kind of like listen out, kind of like a fire watchman or somebody waiting for a text message. So these are all waiting for a signal. They've been binded to those events. When it receives the signal from these, it will fire this code. It will check to make sure we have all three pieces, and then once we do, the door can open. So let's compile it, and let's go in, let's play. So we have puzzle piece 1. This is 3, sorry. Place that there. So we have 1 in. Number 2. I forgot to put a sound. And then the first one. And then the door should open. Just like so. So obviously you can prettify this, make it look better. Is there any questions? Leave them in the comment section. If you need any help with this, leave a comment in the comment section, or you can reach out to me over on Discord. If you like the video, like it. If you dislike it for any reason, I'm not sure why, then dislike it. And if you want to help support the channel, hit the subscribe button, and share it with anybody else that might need help. So I appreciate everybody watching. If you need any help with the line trace or the physics interaction, then let me know. There is a slight difference between 5.1.1 and physics handles compared to like 5.2 and 3. There's been a few people with issues with that, but it's easily resolved. Just let me know and I'll help you with that problem. But yeah, so hopefully you like the video. If you like it, like I said, give it a thumbs up. Helps with the YouTube algorithm. That's it for this video. I'll be releasing some more soon, so stay tuned for those. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.